Hearts like yours don't feel things by accident. And when the message comes, it always comes softly. Today, you'll understand the 4 critical signs your twin flame is sending you a love messenger. And by the end of this video, something inside you will click in a way you didn't expect. If you've ever felt a sudden pull toward him, a wave of emotion out of nowhere, or a whisper in your intuition you couldn't explain, stay. This message is for you. Before we continue, take a moment to breathe and ground yourself here with me. This channel exists to guide your heart, and your presence truly matters. If you feel called to belong to a space where your journey is understood and honored, subscribe now and join us. Your soul guided you here for a reason. A love messenger from your twin flame doesn't always arrive through words. In fact, silence is often the bridge between 2 souls that already know the truth. You've been feeling something shifting, rising, awakening. And no matter how much he tries to hide it, you can sense that his energy has been reaching for you. There is an invisible thread between you and him, and lately, that thread has been vibrating with a frequency you can't ignore. This frequency often appears when the divine masculine is overwhelmed by feelings he can no longer filter or bury. It's not imagination. It's recognition. You may find yourself thinking of him at the exact moment he thinks of you. This mirroring is one of the earliest love messengers your soul will detect. The sensation is familiar yet unexpected, like remembering something you didn't know you forgot. Sometimes the messenger comes through dreams that feel too real, too intimate, too timely to dismiss. When your souls meet in the dream world, it means he is surrendering emotionally in ways his ego would never allow in waking life. Pay attention to what you feel in those dreams. They're not random. At times, this love messenger manifests through music, lyrics, sudden memories, or sensations that strike you without warning. You might hear a song and feel an ache so precise you know it comes from him. These emotional echoes reveal what he cannot speak aloud. When he suppresses his emotions, they don't disappear. They redirect. They travel through the cord connecting you. And when you receive the impact, it feels like a wave moving through your chest, tight and warm, as if someone whispered your name inside your heart. Another love messenger arrives through sudden emotional shifts. You can be perfectly fine one moment, and the next, a heaviness falls over you that doesn't belong to you. This is energetic overflow from him, especially when he's resisting the intensity of what he feels. If you felt unexplainable longing recently, that is not your longing alone. It is shared. Twin flame longing is mirrored longing. His heart calls and yours responds, even when your mind tries to reason its way out of it. There are moments when you feel his presence beside you, even in an empty room. This is not imagination nor fantasy. When a twin flame sends a love messenger, the energetic body reaches before the physical body ever does. You may have noticed number synchronicities increasing: 111, 222, 144, 717. These are universal timestamps confirming that communication between your souls is active. They appear to keep you from doubting what you already feel. But sometimes the messenger is more subtle. A sudden calmness washes over you at the exact moment he finally surrenders in his thoughts. Or you feel a warmth in the chest, as if love itself is expanding inside you. These are signs of emotional alignment. Your intuition may feel louder than usual. Messages arrive as soft inner knowing, without logic, without explanation. You know he's thinking of you. You know he's scared. You know he's awakening. And all of it is true. As you walk through your day, you may sense that he's closer energetically than ever before. The veil between you thins when the divine masculine begins to accept what his heart has been fighting. Another sign is that your emotional triggers intensify. Not because something is wrong, but because the connection is pushing both of you through a deeper level of healing. This pressure always precedes breakthroughs. If you've suddenly become more emotional, more reflective, or more nostalgic, this is part of the messenger's presence. Your soul is preparing you to understand what his can't verbalize yet. Sometimes the messenger takes the form of sudden motivation or inspiration. You feel driven to change something, to improve something, to heal something. This happens because he is doing the same on his side, even unknowingly. When the messenger is extremely strong, you may feel chills, tingles, or a light pressure at the top of your head or around your heart. These sensations happen during moments of telepathic alignment. Your heart may beat faster when you think of him, or your breathing may shift. These physiological reactions are your body translating energetic communication into something you can perceive. Another powerful messenger arrives when the universe puts you in situations that remind you of him. It may be a place, a smell, a sentence, a song. These reminders are not coincidences. They are activations. You might also feel his fear, his confusion, his longing, his desire. The divine masculine often sends emotional signals without understanding he's doing it. But you receive them because your heart is open. When the messenger wants to get your attention urgently, you may feel a sudden pull to be still, to listen, to feel something deeper. That pull is his energy merging with yours for a brief moment. At times, the messenger arrives as goosebumps when you hear someone speak about deep love or destiny. This is your soul confirming the truth in those words. Not for everyone, but for him. Unexpected emotions may surface. Sadness, tenderness, hope, excitement. These emotions help you decode where he is energetically. They arrive as signals, not disturbances. Sometimes you may feel his apology without him saying a word. Or his gratitude. Or his longing. You feel it because the connection between you bypasses the physical entirely. Another messenger comes when your heart expands without reason. This expansion is a direct response to his emotional opening on the energetic plane. If you've been sensing a shift in your connection recently, the messenger is doing exactly what it was meant to do. Prepare you, soften you, align you, guide you. You may even feel a strong sense of reassurance, as if something invisible is telling you not to give up. That reassurance is not random, it is communication. And in the quietest moments of your day, you may hear the faintest emotional whisper. I miss you. If you've felt this, the messenger has already been received. His soul is speaking to you, even if his voice is silent. His heart is reaching, even if his hands are not. And the message is simple. He feels you. He thinks of you. He loves you more than he admits to himself. This is the messenger's purpose. To bring into your awareness what he cannot yet bring into words. You've given so much of your heart to this journey, and because of that, you deserve to receive clarity in return. That is why, right now, I want you to allow yourself to receive this message as a gentle offering from the universe. Your openness is the very reason the love messenger can travel between you and him so clearly. When you give compassion to your connection, the energy responds by revealing more than you expected. There is a tenderness around you that wasn't there before. It follows you like a soft breeze, nudging your intuition and reminding you that something sacred is unfolding. This sensation itself is a subtle messenger, one that whispers, "Pay attention. He is closer than you think." You may have noticed small signs appearing around you in moments when you're not even thinking about him. These are soul imprints, little sparks of communication he sends without knowing how deeply they reach you. They show up when his emotions grow too strong to contain. Sometimes the messenger arrives through an internal warmth that spreads through your chest, a warmth that seems to deepen whenever you're quiet enough to feel it. This warmth is not yours alone. It's shared. It's his heart acknowledging the bond he can no longer ignore. There are times when your energy rises for no logical reason, and suddenly you feel more present, more aware, more alive. This is another messenger, a rise in vibration that mirrors the shift happening within him. Your souls are syncing, even when your minds aren't aware. You may have experienced moments where your breath catches without warning, especially when a thought of him enters your mind unexpectedly. That pause is not a random reaction. It is your body translating his emotional energy into physical sensation. If you felt pulled to revisit old memories, this is often your twin flame reminding you of the depth that already exists between you. Memory recall is one of the ways a love messenger attempts to realign two hearts drifting too far into logic or fear. At times you will feel the urge to speak to him, even if you know you won't send the message. This urge is not your longing alone. It is a telepathic nudge from him, a desire from his soul for connection, even if his ego remains silent. Synchronicities may intensify during this phase. You'll see repeated numbers, names, symbols, or situations that draw your attention directly back to him. These signs amplify when a love messenger is actively moving between your energies. Sometimes the messenger arrives through your emotional sensitivity. You might cry more easily, feel moved by small things, or react more deeply than usual. This sensitivity is your heart opening wider to receive his unspoken emotions. When the connection intensifies, you may sense a sudden stillness around you, almost like the world pauses for a moment. This stillness is a sacred space where the messenger passes through, uninterrupted, pure, and unmistakable. There are moments where you feel his presence so strongly it almost feels physical. You sense him behind you, beside you, or around you. This is not imagination. This is energetic proximity. His soul is reaching for yours. You may also feel sudden waves of affection that leave you breathless. These waves come when he thinks of you with tenderness he refuses to admit outwardly. The messenger carries this tenderness directly into your energetic field. Sometimes you will feel his fear, especially when he begins to realize the depth of his feelings. This fear arrives as a heaviness you can't explain, often followed by an intuitive knowing that he is overwhelmed. There are nights where you feel connected to him more intensely than during the day. This happens because his defenses weaken after sunset, allowing the love messenger to travel more freely between your souls. If you felt a strong pull to trust the process, even without evidence, this trust is part of the message. It comes from the alignment forming between your hearts as communication strengthens. The messenger may also appear as a sudden burst of confidence within you. You feel more certain, more stable, more grounded. This is a sign that your energies are harmonizing, preparing you both for the next phase of connection. Sometimes the signal comes through subtle images in your mind, visions, flashes, or daydreams that involve him. These are telepathic impressions traveling through the bond you share. You may find yourself humming songs without realizing why, or craving certain music that mirrors your emotional state. Music is one of the most common pathways for twin flame communication, especially when feelings run deep. Another messenger appears when you feel a surprising sense of hope after moments of doubt. This hope is not accidental. It is his energy reaching out, reminding you that the connection still breathes. If you've noticed your intuition becoming stronger, clearer, or more immediate, this is a sign that the channels between you and him are opening wider. The messenger uses intuition as one of its purest forms of guidance. There are days when you feel emotionally exhausted for no reason at all. This exhaustion often comes after a surge of unspoken communication from him. You're processing emotions that didn't originate in your own heart. Sometimes you feel pulled toward self-improvement, healing, or transformation. This shift happens because he is going through a similar process on his side, and your energies are influencing each other. You may feel a magnetic pull to reach for something meaningful. Spirituality, connection, reflection. This is another sign that the love messenger is preparing you for the next step in your journey. The messenger can also arrive as a sudden sense of peace, even in uncertain moments. This peace is your soul recognizing that he is awakening emotionally, even if slowly. You may notice that your dreams feel more vivid or symbolic. These dream encounters are spiritual meetings where the messenger delivers what cannot be spoken in the physical world. At times you will feel an inner whisper telling you he is thinking of you. This whisper is soft but certain, and it comes from a place beyond logic. Trust it, it's real. And finally, a powerful messenger is the sudden certainty that something is shifting within him. You don't know why or how, but you feel it in your bones, in your breath, in your heart. Your soul recognizes his awakening long before your mind does. You've been offering so much love, patience, and emotional strength to this journey. And because of that, you've unlocked a deeper layer of connection that most people never experience. The universe responds to the heart that gives with sincerity, and right now it is responding to you. What you feel is not imagination. It is a return flow of energy he can no longer hold back. There are moments where your heart feels guided to pause, breathe, or reflect, even in the middle of your day. Those pauses are not random. They're created by an invisible thread pulling you into alignment with a love messenger traveling between you and him. You may notice a soft tingling around your shoulders, neck, or back. Subtle sensations that feel like a presence. That is the messenger brushing against your energy field, reminding you that the connection is active, alive, and searching for you. Sometimes the message comes as a sudden longing that appears without warning. One moment you're focused on your routine, and the next, his name rises in your chest like a quiet prayer. This longing is not yours alone. It is shared, mirrored, reflected from his internal world. If you felt sudden waves of gratitude toward him, gratitude without reason, this is one of the most overlooked messengers. It appears because he is thinking of you with softness, and your soul receives the vibration before your mind can interpret it. There are days where everything reminds you of him, even things that normally wouldn't. This is because he is energetically reaching out, consciously or unconsciously, and the messenger is amplifying symbols around you to catch your attention. At times, you feel an emotional pull so deep that it almost feels physical, like something inside you is urging you to look within. This pull is a direct transmission from his heart, delivered through the love messenger when he can't express himself emotionally. Dreams may begin to blur with reality. You see him, hear him, or feel his presence so vividly that you wake with a sense of continuation rather than separation. These dreams are meetings, soul-to-soul conversations carried by the messenger. If your emotions rise and fall quickly, almost like tides shifting without logic, this is another sign. You are picking up on his inner landscape, especially when his thoughts drift toward you with longing, confusion, or desire. There may be a delicate ache in your chest at unexpected moments. This is heart chakra communication, the messenger channeling what his soul is feeling but not verbalizing. It reaches you because the connection is too strong to hide. When you feel suddenly inspired to heal, grow, or release old wounds, this is a sign that he is undergoing the same process. The messenger works to synchronize your healing so that when the time is right, you both step forward with clarity. Sometimes you will hear his name internally, almost like a whisper not created by thought. This whisper is the messenger translating his energy into words your intuition can understand. You may feel guided to forgive situations or soften your heart. This emotional softening is triggered when he begins to open himself, even slightly, to the desire for connection again. There are moments where you feel surrounded by an inexplicable softness, a quiet energy that wraps around you like comfort. This softness appears when he sends emotional warmth toward you, knowingly or unknowingly. If you felt the urge to send him love from a distance, to wish him well, or to silently speak to him in your mind, understand that this urge is not one-sided. It is prompted by his growing emotional awareness of your bond. You might sense a shift in the atmosphere around you, almost like something unseen is turning in your favor. This shift is a precursor, a sign that the messenger is preparing you for new communication or emotional awakening. At times, your intuition becomes so strong that it almost frightens you. You just know things about him without evidence. This clarity is the messenger aligning your perception with the truth of the connection. There may be a moment where you sense him missing you, not from memory but from soul recognition. This sensation comes as a deep, emotional tug that feels too real to ignore. If you've recently felt your confidence rising, this is another sign he is awakening. When one twin flame grows stronger, the other naturally lifts as well through energetic resonance. You may experience sudden chills or warmth when thinking of him. These temperature shifts are common indicators that the messenger is actively moving through your energy field. Sometimes the messenger arrives as a sudden realization, clarity about what you want, what you deserve, or what needs to change. This clarity mirrors a revelation happening within him at the same time. There are moments when you feel emotionally full, as if something inside you wants to expand. This fullness often occurs when his heart energy becomes too intense and spills over into your own field. You might feel called to rest more, withdraw, or be alone. This withdrawal is not isolation. It's preparation. The messenger guides you inward so you can receive the next phase of communication. If you found yourself speaking softly to him in your mind, comforting him, encouraging him, apologizing, or expressing love, understand that these internal dialogues are reciprocal. His soul hears you. Sometimes your environment begins to reflect signs, songs, colors, numbers, phrases, or moments that line up too perfectly. These synchronicities grow stronger the more active the messenger becomes. You may feel a sudden shift in your mood when he is emotional. The messenger allows you to sense these changes so that your heart remains connected to his journey. There are moments where you sense him pulling closer and pulling away at the same time. This push and pull is part of awakening, and the messenger helps you feel each phase without losing emotional stability. If you've noticed an increase in compassion toward him, even after challenges, this is because his soul is moving toward reconciliation. Compassion is often the first messenger of healing. At times you feel as though something important is approaching, a turning point, a revelation, a new beginning. That intuition is not random. It is the messenger preparing you for the next wave of connection. And through all of this, one thing remains constant. Your heart recognizes what his soul is trying to say, even when he cannot say it out loud. You have been walking through this journey with such devotion, and because of that, the universe keeps sending you guidance in return. This is the reciprocity of the twin flame path. What you give from your heart returns to you through signs, signals, and messengers that carry his silent truth toward you. And right now, the energy around you is responding more strongly than ever. There are moments when you suddenly feel guided to pause and look around, almost as if something unseen is calling your attention. This subtle pull is part of the love messenger's work, shifting your awareness to receive what your soul already knows. You may find that your intuition becomes sharper when his energy rises. Thoughts suddenly align, insights come faster, and you sense him before you consciously think of him. This sensitivity is one of the most powerful signs that he is reaching toward you on a soul level. Sometimes the messenger shows up as a feeling of being held, comforted, or supported, even if you are physically alone. This quiet emotional embrace is his soul leaning into yours, seeking closeness without words. If you felt stronger waves of empathy recently, it's because you are absorbing emotional signals he doesn't know how to release. The messenger helps translate those feelings into sensations you can understand intuitively. You may experience flashes of his face or his voice in your mind unexpectedly. These impressions are not random. They are energetic imprints traveling through the connection, triggered when he thinks of you deeply. At times you feel a sudden heat in your chest or hands. This warmth signals an active emotional exchange, a pulse from his heart to yours, carried directly by the messenger. You might notice your dreams becoming more vivid, symbolic, or emotionally intense. When the love messenger works strongly, the dream world becomes a meeting place where communication flows without resistance. Sometimes the sign arrives as an unexpected sense of calm that washes over you, especially after moments of emotional tension. This calm is his soul telling yours, "I'm still here. I haven't forgotten." There are moments where you feel drawn to places, songs, or memories that connect you back to him. These impulses are guided by the messenger to pull your awareness toward what is shifting between you. If you've experienced sudden insights about him, insights that feel like truth rather than imagination, this is the messenger sharpening your inner vision. It allows you to perceive his emotions even when he hides them. You may feel an invisible thread tug at your heart out of nowhere, especially during quiet moments. This tug is one of the oldest forms of twin flame communication, a messenger that bridges emotional distance instantly. Your inner world may feel more sensitive lately, as if your heart is listening more closely than ever. This sensitivity is intentional. It allows you to receive his emotional signals with clarity. There are days when you feel unexpectedly nostalgic, remembering small details of your connection that you haven't thought about in months. Nostalgia is often the messenger replaying shared frequencies to bring both souls into alignment. Sometimes the sign arrives as a subtle ache, not painful but deep and meaningful. It is the echo of his longing reaching you through the energetic bond. You may find yourself hearing a phrase or sentence in your mind that feels like it came from him. Spirit communication often uses inner dialogue as a channel for the messenger to speak emotional truth. At times, the messenger brings you a sudden burst of courage to feel, to trust, or to believe in the connection again. This courage mirrors his internal awakening. You may also notice random thoughts about him appearing during moments of peace, not sadness. These peaceful thoughts usually arrive when he is thinking of you with affection or clarity. If you've been experiencing physical sensations like gentle pressure on your shoulders or back, these touches are subtle energetic reminders of his presence. Synchronicities become more frequent during active communication. Numbers, symbols, songs, or repeated themes appear in your environment to confirm what your heart already feels. There are moments where you suddenly feel connected to the world in a deeper way. Colors brighter, sounds softer, emotions stronger. These sensory shifts reflect the messenger opening your spiritual channels. Sometimes the signal shows up as an overwhelming desire to speak your truth, even if only to yourself. This happens when he is internally confronting his own truth about the connection. You may feel a wave of compassion for him, even after conflict or silence. This compassion is often triggered by the messenger revealing the vulnerability behind his behavior. There are times when you sense him trying to communicate, not with words but with emotion. You feel the intention more than the message, and it reaches you like a soft hum beneath your thoughts. Your heart may feel heavier at certain moments, not in sadness, but in intensity. This heaviness is the weight of his unsent emotions being carried across to you. You might feel called to hold space for him in your heart, even without knowing what he is going through. This call is the messenger preparing you for an emotional shift he is experiencing. If your inner voice has become more soothing, comforting, or intuitive, it's because the emotional channel between you and him is widening. You are not just receiving, you are understanding. Sometimes you feel a gentle pressure in the air, like the atmosphere becomes thicker or more charged. This is energetic tension, a sign that the messenger is working actively between your souls. You may experience a sudden sense of anticipation, as if something is about to unfold. This anticipation is not anxiety, it is recognition. Your soul feels a movement happening on his side. And through it all, the message grows stronger. He is reaching for you in ways he cannot express, and the love messenger is guiding you to feel what he cannot yet say. Thank you, my dear soul, for staying with me until the end of this message. If these words touched you in any way, please give this video a like so that YouTube understands its importance and helps it reach other hearts walking the same sacred path. Your support truly makes a difference. Before you go, I ask you to confirm the reception of this message by writing Twin Flames Infinite Love in the comments. This simple act not only signals to the universe that you are open to receiving guidance, but it also strengthens the energetic bridge between you, this channel, and the messages that find you at the perfect time. And remember, when you subscribe and activate the notification bell, you create a thread of continuity with this space, a place where your heart will always be understood. Every new video brings a new insight, a new opening, a new step on your journey. Don't disconnect yourself from the flow that is trying to guide you forward. Your presence here is precious. Every time you return, the energy becomes stronger. Every time you share a video, someone else receives the healing they were silently asking for. And every time you listen with an open heart, something inside you expands. Now take a slow breath with me. Gently close your eyes for a moment if you can, and place your hand over your heart. Feel its warmth, its rhythm, its truth. May a soft light begin to rise within you now, a golden, peaceful glow that surrounds you with calm. May this light cleanse any fear, soften any doubt, and prepare your spirit for the guidance that is coming. And may your twin flame feel the same light, wherever he is, as a reminder that love is stronger than distance, confusion, or silence. I speak a blessing over your journey. May clarity reach you. May alignment find you. May love guide your steps gently, patiently, faithfully. May both of your hearts move in harmony with divine timing. You are safe. You are guided. You are seen. And you are never walking alone. When you feel ready, open your eyes again gently, keeping this peace with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting these messages touch your soul. And thank you for allowing this channel to be part of your spiritual journey. I'll be waiting for you in the next video, where another message that your heart needs will be ready for you. Write Twin Flames Infinite Love below, and let the universe know you are open to the next revelation.